got to think, okay, I'm choosing a military. What's the difference between a military traumatic event than a civilian? If we are experiencing the same thing, we are taking the same medications, we are taking the same treatment. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Hope I don't traumatize you. Yes, but bear with me on that one. I know you guys don't experience this, and you might have like authentic stuff like that. But as an example, something that in the military we experience as a PTSD is like I could see the rockets eventually, I just turn around and I could see if it's a red light, something, I could think it's a rocket and start getting that freaking feeling or an alarm. The last time they had emergency testing in the school where I work, and that freaking me out so bad because the only thing I felt is like I had to get out of here. Because, when you're on the war and that thing, the alarms start coming up, like you got to get on gear. You got to put your guns and your vest and your helmet and run for life. And that's one of those things where people don't understand that about that. Like the ambulance passed by when I came back from my deployment, I couldn't even drive. I was freaking out for everything. I was in really bad shape when I came back. And that's something I want to really mention on one of my surveys in the military is about how we can do better for our military members when they come back from war. Because it's constantly something that, we're experiencing that, but nobody's doing nothing about that. If I have a member who came just from deployment, it seems fine, that's fine. But still making mandatory treatment to check that he's totally fine. Because it can snap in any minute. This PTSD thing, traumatic problems, it can snap on you any minute. Doesn't matter how. Somehow it's just something in your body that it comes in. It doesn't go away. One thing that they've been telling me is like, you're not going to be able to forget all the ugly things that you saw and the things that I experienced, but you're going to have to learn how to live with it. And that's something that, people need to understand. Yeah, we might act weird, we might, have different feelings. We are almost like in the age where if we don't have medication, we're going to be like, if I hear that noise, I could have it jumping. Previously. No, right now you're fine because I'm on the medication, but the medication sometimes acts crazy. They were giving me some medication where as soon as I take it, I start feeling like shakes and it burns my skin. And I keep telling the doctor, this makes me feel really sick. Nausea, I want to throw up. And he says, no, you need to take it. And we have to take the medication, doesn't matter how we feel. And they put us through treatment. It's a very lengthy process, I think. They're changing my medication again. So I was having some side effects. And it's kind of frustrating because I'm trying to learn how to survive with this. And the medication sometimes it blocks your brain. Somehow, I think it affects somewhere and make you feel or think different ways. There's sometimes I don't even remember my son's name. I'm like, okay, what's your name, Bobby? Oh, yeah, what's your name? And my daughter, same thing. It's like, what's your name? Oh, yeah, yeah. And I tease them sometimes. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're you, and then for the fun of it, But sometimes, seriously, I don't remember the names. I don't remember the episodes. My mom kept telling me, do you remember it? I'm like, oh, I don't remember nothing. She get upset. She said, I don't remember. So what do you want me to do? I don't. Take some of my medication and have fun with it. I mean, what else are you going to do? But that's that's one part of the military what we had to experience. How do you deal with those memories that they keep attacking you, they keep bothering you? I'm sure you guys, when you have bad dream, the next morning you're like, oh shoot, you know, I watch a scary movie and you're like, what the heck? I start freaking sleeping or dreaming with this ghost or spooky. You know, that's why my kids, I never let them watch scary movies at all, because what if that makes you? That brings a stress that you don't need, right? You guys watch scary movies?
Yeah, we love scary movies, actually.
But why?
I mean, something I grew up with. Yeah, I learned how to, like, know when something's going to happen. That's why I'm really interested in film, because now sometimes I even think to myself, how could I change the plot? And so I kind of grew up loving horror movies, and that's why I kind of see that as, like, a future for me.
Is it possible that you like the feeling of it?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I like the feeling of, like, pretending to be in the movie, I
Do
guess.
you know what is that? That's called adrenaline. Have you heard of that? The adrenaline?
Oh, yeah.
And what your body likes is that experience, adrenaline. You go to roller coaster, and it's going to be the same adrenaline. Your body needs that or is looking for that because it's like, oh man, this feels good. So that's something where you gotta put that in your personality. Experience like that is going to be good, but then guess what? It's going to be bad as well. Because then it makes you sensitivity, or it gives you the sensitivity to see things different way. And that's something that could happen. And with you have a very stressful experience. How would you act if you have a bad accident? We'll never find it. Well, how would your reaction is? So it's one of those things where in the military, they train me to do my job. My job is to do human resources. Look at paperwork, check your declaration, check your records that are updated, how you do basically contract, non-contract, basically keeping a track of an office administration. When I was deployed, they made me to count rockets. That's totally different. How many people died? How many people they got killed? That was my job. And that was the hell of a scary job because I knew exactly how many people were dying, how many people they were leaving. I knew exactly how they died, probably. And that was something where stays in my mind. It was not an easy job because I was counting the rockets, figure that out, how many attacks. The next attack, it was mine. At the time, they built something like, I don't remember the name, but it's something like it covers the base, military base in Afghanistan. And every time the rockets came, this thing starts shooting towards the rockets. So now we don't have only one rocket, we have several rockets coming down to the ground. And that thing, it makes like a hole on you and it kills you in a second when if you get hit by that. So they have like a concrete bunkers where you can just hide and run. As soon as you hear the rocket coming, and sometimes the alarming was so loud that you could just go, and that's the time where you had to run and go under cover. And hear the screaming, and like everybody was just like, run. And you see some people, they didn't care, but you know, we were told, you must do. And every time we had to walk, we had to wear our helmet, we had to wear our vest. It's almost like 40 pounds, plus our rifle. People that have rifles, or I have a gun all the time with me in my waist. And when I was wearing my gun, it was such a horrible feeling. You know, it's it gives you the safety to think if somebody come and attack you, you have a gun. But one of my terrors was to try to not to shoot that, because I didn't want to kill nobody. And I respect humans. I respect the life of anybody. So can you imagine you have to carry a gun and shoot somebody? I start thinking about police officers, and I take my respect to them. Because you're thinking, and there people hate them, and people look at them like that crazy, but just to carry a gun, such a responsibility, such a... Some people love the feeling, some people they hate the feeling. Me personally, I was terrified to think I had to use that. But some other people, they might have enjoyed a lot to wear a gun and have the power. When you have someone in a different scenario, in a different country, and if he start getting a PTSD, or he start getting a misfunction in his brain, he has a gun. He can come and kill you. He can come and kill anybody. If you tell him, hey, why you come late, and then you're supposed to work here, and then you didn't do it, he has a gun in his pocket. How would you tell the soldier, hey, do your job? So it's one of those things where a lot of discipline comes, and if the soldier, maybe it's a new soldier who doesn't have much care, or he's like, I don't give a shit, as soon as I come back, I'm out. I'm out of this problem. He has a gun, and you have to sleep next to that kid. Or you have to start screaming and yelling at night. You have to just try to protect yourself somehow. They don't teach us how to fight. They didn't teach me how to fight. They just teach me, in my combat training, they just taught me how to use a weapon, more different ways, how to shoot in the long range, short range, how to shoot a rifle, how to shoot a weapon, and how to run basically for my life, how to identify bombs, how to identify a rocket. Thanks God I didn't have to take that closer to them. And they give us the scenarios where they actually they make you wear your gun, and let's say we are in this room, right? And somebody come and start shooting at you. And if you don't move quick, you're gonna get hurt. Because they use those plastic, what color?
Oh, BB gun.
They use BB guns, for real, for training. I have cuts in my leg that they shoot, because I didn't take out quicker the gun when the guy came and shoot. They make you walk in a hallway like this, and the guys, they're just hiding. So they make you walk through, and you're supposed to get your gun quick. You don't get quick, they're shooting at you. They're professional shooters. So you get all your hands and your legs, all, or anywhere they shoot you, they get cut. You know, the distance is not far. I still have bruises from theirs, you know. And I'm telling you, because I had medication can't talk and the treatment, otherwise I wouldn't be able to tell you all this. But that one, it traumatized me. And my training traumatized me before my actual deployment. Because it was so real to me. And when I was deployed, I was thinking the same way. They're going to come in the middle of nowhere and shoot me. And I had to work at night. So the whole scenario is, if you're in a dark place, looks exactly the same place as my training, and it's alive. You're right there at night. And my room is there. And there was no room. You know how our rooms were made? It was a big, made of, what was that, plywood? Box of plywood, separate with a piece of wood, and a flat thing like this. So you put the mattress, on top. That was our rooms, and a little thing where we can put our stuff, personal stuff. But we had to sleep with our guns, at night. And if that rocket comes, we're done. I mean, it's wood, it's plywood. Can you imagine? Like back home in TJ, if you go to TJ, you see those wood beds, the wood rooms? That was our home. And they start understanding how simple life is so beautiful. At the end, it's like, wow, you don't need anything to live, really. You don't need a fancy house, you don't need a fancy car, you don't need fancy clothes, you don't need nothing to live, to survive. Just the basic. Just learn how to enjoy what you have and be